Still too loose?
Sure, even the cuffs are dragging.
Gee, they do look kind of big.
I'm getting smaller, Lou, every day.
Well, that's silly, honey. People just don't get smaller.
Are you going out?
Yes, for a little while.
Where?
Well, just to the corner, to the store.
You'll come right back?
Well, of course I will.
Hey, I got news for you, pal. She ain't coming back. Today's video is about the incredible shrinking white man, and the video clip that you just watched is from an old movie, but I thought not only was it kind of humorous, but kind of really supports the topic I'm talking about today, and that's the diminishing in society of the white male. I have an issue with that, being a white male, of course. Now, the white male's got a couple of things working against him. One of them is that he's white. The other thing is that he's a male. White male, it's just really a bad combination. Now, you may not agree, but this is actually a pretty serious problem. It doesn't affect someone like myself, an old white guy, but for the young white guys out there, this is a serious problem. Now, the other thing that the young white male has a problem with today is they're not allowed to be proud of their heritage. Skin color aside, let's say our primary heritage comes from Europe. We're not allowed to be proud of that. The young people, the young white people in this country are not allowed to be proud of their heritage. Every other ethnic group can be proud of their ethnicity. But if you bring up anything about your white ancestors, then you are viewed as a racist for even talking about your race. It's enough to make your head freaking explode. Now, if you watch any amount of television and you're paying attention, you're noticing that in commercials, more and more, the woman is presented as the strong one and the smart one. I call these the woman hear me roar commercials. The woman's making all the decisions, the financial decisions, where we're going on vacation, should we buy a house, what kind of car should we buy, and it just goes on and on. She's doing the plumbing, she's doing the electrical work, she's up on the roof putting a new roof on, and the dummy's sitting, he's watching television. There's no accident to that presentation. It's all part of elevating the woman and diminishing the white male. I'm going to give you another example of how the white male is negatively affected by what is going on in society. And this happened to be started quite a few years ago. But this is in the job market, particularly jobs like policemen and firemen, the public sector jobs, where not only were they establishing quotas so that the jobs would be spread out among other races, ethnic groups, and so on, women, but they also started lowering the standards. So this is the perfect example of if you have 10 job openings in the police department, traditionally in the past, those 10 jobs went to the person who is most qualified mentally, psychologically, and physically. And probably 20, 25 years ago, when quotas came into vogue, they had a problem. They determined that, well, we have 10 applicants, we want to have 2 blacks, a couple of women, maybe an Hispanic, so half the positions would be set-asides for non-whites. The problem they ran into was when they did all the tests in the 3 areas I mentioned, that white males, the first 50 people were white males. The groups that they wanted to put into these jobs didn't qualify. So what was the next step? The next step was starting to lower the qualifications for these jobs. Next step was that didn't work, so now we have to give them extra points for being black, extra points for being a woman, extra points for being Hispanic, extra points for being gay. So we include all the groups. Now they conduct the tests, and if that still doesn't work, then they just blatantly give the jobs to the other group. Now, in fairness, the problems the white male has in this country are not everybody else's fault. The white male has to stand up and accept responsibility, in part, for their situation. Now, some of the white males in this country have allowed themselves to be what I call feminized, all right? They support all of the women's issues out there. They like to watch the Lifetime network. They can't wait to get to the mall and go check out the latest fashions. Here's some photos coming up of some guys that fit into this category. And hey, fellas, grow a pair, okay? They're not growing back, okay? Definitely. Pretty. I'm so pretty. Oh, I feel just like my mom. Hey, like my new hair off to the side, kind of cool? Disgusting. You guys are disgusting. Oh, you're the worst of the lot. Oh my God. Are these gay guys or are they straight? I don't know. Oh, disgusting feet. Oh man, they smell. Oh, this guy, quite the homemaker. Now, the young white males in this country, they can start on the road to recovery. They can start by standing up for themselves, by being proud of their heritage, by not being ashamed of their skin color, by not being ashamed of liking manly things. You don't have to identify with every female attribute out there to please your spouse or your girlfriend or the girls in the office. As I said earlier, grow a pair. Act like you have a pair.